Have you ever watched a child reach for chips, candy, or sugary drinks with excitement, while vegetables sit untouched on the plate, and wondered how this became so normal? Because junk food for kids is everywhere today, in lunchboxes, birthday parties, schools, advertisements, and screens. And yet the question no one asks honestly is not why kids love junk food, but who is really responsible for it. This story is not about pointing fingers at parents, children, or teachers, but about understanding how an entire system slowly shaped children's eating habits, making unhealthy food feel fun, normal, and even necessary. Children are not born craving junk food. A child does not naturally ask for soda, candy, or fast food. These preferences are learned. At a young age, kids respond to sweetness because it signals energy, but the obsession with processed snacks comes from exposure, repetition, and reward. Bright packaging, cartoon characters, toys, and catchy jingles are designed to attract children's attention long before they understand nutrition. Food companies know that habits formed early often last a lifetime, which is why so much marketing is aimed directly at kids, turning food into entertainment instead of nourishment. Parents are often blamed first when the topic of junk food comes up, but the reality is more complicated. Many parents want their children to eat healthy, but modern life makes it difficult. Long work hours, stress, limited time, and rising food costs push families toward convenience. When a parent is tired, rushed, or overwhelmed, choosing quick packaged food feels like survival, not neglect. In many homes, junk food becomes a shortcut, not because parents don't care, but because they are trying to manage too much with too little time and support. Schools also play a role in shaping children's food habits. In some places, school cafeterias serve highly processed meals, sugary drinks, and snacks because they are cheap, easy to store, and quick to prepare. Vending machines filled with junk food send mixed messages, teaching kids about healthy eating in class while selling them sugar and salt during breaks. When unhealthy food is normalized in schools, it reinforces the idea that junk food is acceptable as an everyday choice. The food industry holds significant responsibility in this issue. Junk food is designed to be addictive, combining sugar, salt, fat, and texture to trigger pleasure centers in the brain. These foods are cheap to produce, have long shelf lives, and generate massive profits. Marketing strategies target children through TV shows, online videos, games, influencers, and social media, often blurring the line between content and advertising. When children repeatedly see junk food associated with happiness, fun, and rewards, it shapes their emotional relationship with food before they can think critically. Government policies also matter more than most people realize. Weak regulations around food marketing to children allow companies to advertise unhealthy products freely. In many places, there are few restrictions on sugar levels in children's foods or on how those foods are promoted. Without strong policies, junk food continues to dominate shelves, screens, and school environments, while healthy food remains harder to access, more expensive, or less appealing to kids. Children themselves are often blamed for being picky eaters, but kids eat what they are surrounded by. Taste preferences develop through repeated exposure. If a child grows up eating sugary cereals, flavored snacks, and fast food, real food can start to taste bland by comparison. This is not stubbornness, it is conditioning. Ultra-processed foods train the brain to expect intense flavors, making fruits, vegetables, and simple meals less exciting. Once these habits form, changing them becomes challenging, especially without support. Another hidden factor is screen time. Children today spend more time on screens than ever before, and food advertising follows them everywhere. Online videos, games, and apps often promote junk food subtly through characters, sponsorships, or product placement. Kids may not even realize they are being marketed to. This constant exposure creates cravings and brand loyalty at an early age, making junk food feel familiar and comforting. Cultural habits also influence children's diets. Celebrations, rewards, and comfort moments are often linked to junk food. Candy for good behavior, fast food as a treat, sugary snacks at parties. These traditions teach children to associate junk food with happiness and success. While occasional treats are not the problem, when these foods become emotional rewards, they gain power over eating habits. Health consequences of excessive junk food consumption in children are serious and growing. Childhood obesity, type 2 diabetes, dental problems, poor concentration, mood swings, and low energy are increasingly common. Junk food lacks fiber, vitamins, and nutrients needed for growth, while high sugar and additives affect behavior, sleep, and focus. These effects often appear gradually, making them easy to ignore until they become long-term problems. So who is really to blame for junk food in kids' lives? The honest answer is not one person or group, it is a system. A system that prioritizes profit over health, convenience over nourishment, and marketing over education. Parents are navigating a difficult environment. Children are responding naturally to what surrounds them. Schools are constrained by budgets, and companies are doing what they are allowed to do. Blame alone does nothing. understanding does. The solution is not banning treats or making kids fear food. It starts with awareness, education, and balance. Teaching children where food comes from, involving them in cooking, offering healthier options repeatedly, and creating positive food experiences can slowly reshape habits. Small changes matter more than perfection. When kids see healthy food as normal, enjoyable, and accessible, their relationship with food improves naturally. Adults also need support. Better food policies, clearer labeling, restrictions on junk food marketing to children, and improved school meals can make healthier choices easier. Communities, governments, and industries all play a role in creating an environment where healthy food is the default, not the struggle. In the end, junk food for kids is not about bad parenting or bad children. It is about a world that made unhealthy food loud, cheap, and everywhere. Once we stop blaming individuals and start questioning the system, real change becomes possible. Because children deserve food that helps them grow, think, and thrive, not food that slowly harms them while pretending to be fun.